Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. I'm going to start with this. Eiffel Tower turning off lights early to save electricity. That's as France is being gripped by an out-of-control energy crisis. And again, I never thought I would see the day that this actually would happen. And these are man-made crises that are going on. The Bank of England signals we are in a crisis after the emergency budget and says it won't hesitate to put up interest rates, and the pound falls again, which shows the bank and chancellor both have serious credibility problems. Worrying, and this is leading to a liquidity crisis. So the pound sank to an all-time low against the dollar this morning, triggering calls from the city for immediate intervention. And the US dollar is only as strong as it is right now because other currencies are falling. At some point, the US dollar is going to collapse also. Natural gas from the Netherlands could help Europe deal with the energy crisis, but its government has decided to stop gas extraction. Could a cold winter overhaul this decision? And again, winter is coming. And these countries can fix these problems right now. But they're waiting to usher in the Great Reset and the New World Order. Morgan Stanley says dollar surge tends to end in crisis. When they're telling you it tends to end in crisis, guess what? They're telling you a crisis is coming. Get prepared. Breaking protests break out in Delhi, India against the government, soaring prices and energy crisis. Here's another country where huge protests are happening. It is happening all over the world, everywhere, except in America. We aren't fighting back. And the thing is, the U.S. is so divided. There's no unity because they have us in this state where we're all pushed apart right now while they're ushering in a great reset. We need to unite. And the thing is, here's the last chance we're probably going to have in the US. The midterm elections are coming up in November. If you see candidates that are tied to the World Economic Forum, tied to the Great Reset and the New World Order, vote against them. Because if you don't, guess what? This is coming to a neighborhood near you. I've said it time and time again. The U.S. is headed for an energy crisis probably in December after the elections end, then a housing crisis soon after, getting us all to the big one, the liquidity crisis. On top of that, we'll probably have a food crisis also, because food processing plants are burning to the ground all over the world. I mean, at this point, you have to see what's truly going on. These are man-made crises all day long, every single day. After a few hours ago, the pressure in Nord Stream 2, the undersea gas line connecting Russia and Germany, plummeted and began leaking gas bubbles into the Baltic Sea near the Danish island of Bornholm. German media is reporting that a leak in the newly built pipeline is most likely the result of sabotage. So they know people are doing this. The timing of the accident in the middle of a Western Europe supply crisis and after serious setbacks for Russia in the Ukraine war suggests sabotage. But here's the irony. It happened after this. Prior to this leak, the only thing preventing flow through the pipeline was a regulatory block placed in February by German Chancellor Scholz at the behest of the U.S. These countries should stop listening to the U.S. We have so many crises going on that aren't even being addressed in this country, and yet they're advising other countries on how to run their country. It's ridiculous at this point. Earlier today, protests demanding the pipeline be opened erupted in Germany. The timing is simply incredible. So all these protesters went out there and said, hey, we need to open up the pipeline. Then all of a sudden, the pipeline gets damaged. Come on, at this point, you know this is on purpose. Get ready for blackouts from London to LA as the global energy crisis overwhelms grids and sends energy prices skyrocketing. My electric bill has gone up year or month after month, and it continues. And I'm telling you, right now, everything is calm because they want to keep you happy leading up to the elections. They want you out there voting for them. But after the elections, the gloves come off. I've said it many times. Then all of a sudden, we're going to see energy crisis, food crisis, housing crisis. We have a rent crisis right now going on also, all leading up to a liquidity crisis. Liquidity crisis coming up. The Fed's monetary policy actions are guided by our mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. So they're already telling us that a liquidity crisis is coming. You're right. October, the world is about to suffer a liquidity crisis through a currency collapse and debt market implosion. XRP will deemed systematically important. XRP equals global reserve currency. Few know. Exactly. People are thinking a major black swan event is coming. If banks start defaulting on their debt because of a liquidity crisis, then the banks go bankrupt. That means there is no money in the system to get your money. That's when you go to the bank and all of a sudden the doors are locked. I talk to people outside of crypto and I tell them, listen, if you're holding any type of money in the bank, you might want to get it out now. This can happen at any moment. And people say to me, well, you're crazy. The government's going to fix the problems. That'll never happen in the U.S. The U.S. is never going to go cashless. You know how many people told me that are outside of crypto? I couldn't count them on my hands. I'd have to go through my toes and probably count a few more. Because here's the thing. They think that we're immune to the rest of the world's problems here in the US. People always believe that the government's going to fix everything. The problem is, though, our government is working against us right now. We are going to go cashless in the US. All these people outside of crypto are not going to know what hit them because it's going to come very fast. The liquidity crisis will hit first, and people will be shocked that the bank is closed. I can't get my money. What's going on? This is going to happen, but right now we have one chance to stop it. The elections in November. Black Swan 2.0 coming soon. Possible Black Swan event this week. XRP relist settlement? We shall see. And again, a lot of people are feeling this way. Obviously, Black Swan is on the way. Liquidity crisis equals XRP. And that's the thing. People know when they invest in XRP, they're investing in a solution to a massive problem that can take place globally at any second. I just said that there's so many people I talk to outside of crypto that say we're not going to go cashless, yet our president signed an executive order saying we have to create a CBDC by December 13th of this year. What comes next? A cashless society. The Fed is already looking to go cashless. Everything is lining up exactly how it's meant to line up in this country, but people don't see it. On top of that, we're so divided that any type of information people get, they just blow it off. They don't even care at this point. You ask people, what's the biggest problem you see in the US right now? Most people say, oh, it's definitely inflation. I can't deal with inflation. Well, wait until they get to a depression. Wait till the stock market starts plummeting, wiping out people's retirement and 401ks. Because guess what? I believe that's around the corner also. People need to wake up now. This is all happening on purpose. The dollar's value is extremely weak and eroding away at a rapid rate. The only reason it looks strong right now is because other currencies are failing. I said that earlier. And typically, governments hedge with dollars since it's still the reserve currency of the world for now. XRP is coming. Just wait until the BRICS countries decide that they're no longer going to use the US dollar. Wait till you see the value of the dollar then. It will collapse so quick, people's heads will spin. They will be like, wow, what just happened? That's why I tell you, you don't want to keep money in the bank at a time like this. And when you're ready to cash out your crypto, You definitely do not want to cash your crypto out into the US dollar. Cash it out and buy gold and silver. Or just leave it in there. You stay invested in crypto, earn passive income from it, whatever it takes. Because here's the thing, you are your financial future. You can't rely on a government for your future. A lot of the jobs that you see now will be gone in the near future. A liquidity crisis will wipe out so many jobs so quick, people won't know what even happened till it happens. But you can see it brewing for it. These crises all lead up to one thing. With that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Sorry I get so caught up in this crisis thing, but it all leads to the one place, XRP. That's why I have to talk about it, keep you awake to it. But the thing is, I mean, it's a daily thing now. I could wake up tomorrow and know that some sort of crisis is happening somewhere in the world, and a lot of them are happening here in the US also. But I just feel I should share it all with you. So we'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.